shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks! Now in this video I thought that it would be pretty fun if we rewound time back to around 2018 to discuss a much older topic right here on the channel. The fact that I mentioned 2018 there might immediately give you an idea of what it is we are going to be getting into anyway, but we are going to be discussing Season 8. Not necessarily any specific detail or story plot from the season itself, but instead something much more unique that kind of happened as a result of this season just existing in the very beginning. Season 8 was unique in, well, a lot more ways than one. I think we can definitely all agree on that, of course. We had things like new animation and new designs, a much upgraded storyline, and more. However, looking back at things, we did have all of that, of course. I'm not going to deny that in this video, that's not what this is about. But before that specific point in time, well, things were very, very different. As back then, all we really were surviving on for the season were leaks following the season and some other information, you know, other bits and bobs surrounding it. And what really concerned people back then was the redesigned look the Ninja were going to be getting for the Ninjago movie. It kind of was this way so that the fans of the Ninjago movie that may have just seen Ninjago for the first time could easily grasp the idea of this show, and they weren't getting used to other new designs. So in a way, it was a gateway to bringing in more fans, and in a way you have to respect that kind of logic from it. And it was also just to keep things fresh, you know, aside from that, and it was to give it a much more mature look to the Ninja to fit in with the season. However, before we had any episodes for the season or anything else of the sort, people were, of course, free to judge the season based off of the new designs, and that was it, really. In fact, the hate for this season was so bad, arguably even worse than what the reception for Season 11 was, which is so crazy to say out loud, which is actually kind of insane and crazy when you think about it more as well. As pretty much straight after episode 1, and maybe even episode 2, but pretty much after episode 1, I would say, people instantly began to change their own opinions on this entire season after people were, you know, saying that Ninjago is going down the drain, people are going to be leaving the show because of these new designs, you know, Ninjago was just terrible. As soon as they saw the first episode, people kind of just instantly connected with it, and people were loving it and loved the direction the show was taking at this current point in time, which again is just so nuts as the reception changed so ridiculously quickly. And it's actually kind of crazy just to look back on. If I had to sum it up in one word, it would be either insane or crazy. Things changed literally so quickly. It was like flip a switch, people's minds just completely switched on this, and people loved it. And to this point in time, literally right now, it's a lot of people's favourite season. In fact, if we managed to do a poll out of every single Ninjago fan to ever exist, and the people that have watched all the seasons, I would say that a majority, at least, would say that Season 8 is their favourite season, and I think that would win by a fair bit, to be honest. I see Season 8 at the top of everybody's lists, and it wouldn't surprise me if this was actually the case, as it's a very, very popular season, which is just so nuts to think about, because originally it was probably one of the most hated. I guess the lesson we can truly learn from this is never judge a book by its cover, and although I sound like a complete broken record saying that, it really is true at the end of the day. With all of this being said though, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this one here, taking a look at this and the events of 2018 and even 2017 for Ninjago fans. So with all of this being said, be sure to drop all of your own thoughts on this down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts regarding this. If you enjoyed today's video though, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to view my new content whenever I do first release it. And with all of this being said, I will see you all soon for my next one. Goodbye.